Glad to have you with us from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Kentucky Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game, Coach said because they are still without their starting quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the #1 offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And we get our first look at Dylan Edwards. And he'll be matched up on the other side with another guy who's one of the most productive running backs in the game. Hits inside, it's Edwards. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Cuts it upfield. It's Edwards. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Quick give. It's Edwards. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Looking for running room. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
2nd and long here. They'll run it. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Running inside. It's Edwards. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
We knew this offense wanted to come into this one, establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front, and this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kentucky's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes the guy that'll be running the show. They'll have to deal with one of the top cover corners in the country in Xavier Brown. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Skinner. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as his offense is trying to do some work. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down to the air. Lost one deep down the right side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
That's some pretty sticky coverage right there, man. You play that man-to-man coverage and you have those out-breaking routes. I tell you what, you got to kind of be careful as a QB how much you want to attack that, especially when the coverage is so tight. He does a good job staying glued to the receiver and knocking the football down.
Out wide right, it's Baxter. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. My goodness, he unloads on that one. Fields the punt. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. From the gun, it's Edwards. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Dragged down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give. There he goes. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great job by the back on the option. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run him again. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big...
All by himself down the middle. The 30. At the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Bama. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first. Right side, it's Skinner. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. On play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Turning it on. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Making his first move. Smashes through the tackle. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Offense in a bunch formation. On the ground, it's Edwards.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just feeds the running back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
This offense typically really good in these physical situations, running the football, getting first downs. They got stopped on this play.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Alabama pushing the tempo. From that spot on the field, you had to expect them to go for it, and it worked out.
Why the heck would you not go for it? I mean, I almost want to go for it on every part of the field, but especially once you start to get this deep in territory. But you're also, field goals aren't 100% at this distance. It's a little bit of a longer kick. Let's try to keep this drive alive and try to go get extra points.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's there to make the stop.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Plows through the defense, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Churns into the pile. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes a catch at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Right back to it. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator because on 3rd down, you throw a bunch of wide receivers out there. Everybody on defense thinks you're going to be throwing the football. Instead, you hand it off to your running back, and he shows great vision. He knows where the sticks are, picks up the 1st down, and this offense, they've got some momentum going now.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Might as well give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Enough to move the chains. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown tie.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took. Six plays, and what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires it incomplete.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week, too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easier.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline. They've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now. They've got to find some answers.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays.
He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Alabama!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying to move them on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Kentucky going quickly. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Rodriguez. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires downfield. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good gain there. Picks up the 1st down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for a man. It's Cantrell. Got it. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Drops back on 1st down. Turns it upfield. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick give. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with UTSA taking on the number 7 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Roadrunners, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Tide head coach running back onto the field. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Oh, no guts, no glory. He's coming out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Let's go. Hey, move.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Now on first down from the 40. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking for room, it's Coleman. Brought down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Straight ahead, it's Coleman. He stopped short of the first down marker, had to get it to the 30-yard line, and now they're staring at fourth and short. Quarterback changing the play. Needs it here on fourth down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Back to throw, it's Cantrell. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Got it in the middle. It's Poole. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Going to the run, it's Coleman. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They were all over it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line. Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. There he goes. He's at the 50. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. Ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Takes a shot at the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide ready to roll on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Coleman. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Out wide right, it's Edwards. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. To the air, it's Cantrell. Hauls it in. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Just smothered on the play. Alabama pushing the tempo.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Sends it downfield. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. He'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Baxter again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Trying to take it back. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Alabama sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. But the big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Fresh set of downs going up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
They'll run it with Baxter. Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
Nope.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Touchdown, Wildcats. Took it all the way back to the house.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back.
Booster.
To the air, it's Cantrell. Unloads to the wideout. Just left that ball well short.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Got to make the play on 4th. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he makes the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of this drive. Left side is Ferguson. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.